Well, BRM is all about great modelling and great models. And with that in mind, I've got a great project for you, Phil.
Oh, right, okay.
The Class 02 from ALD Models, which has just arrived in the office for review and for you to do something creative with. You haven't seen this before, so would you like to unbox it and tell us what you can see?
Right, okay. Well, I have built a couple of O2 diesel kits in the past for my layout Melbridge dock, but they were from either DJH, who do a white metal beginners kit, or from Craftsman, who do a very nice etched brass kit. Lovely kits. Certainly the Craftsman kit's not available at the moment, but I've not built much in the way of 3D printed kits before, so this is going to be a whole new thing for me. Looking inside the box, we've got an awful lot of bubble wrap. Am I making this out of bubble wrap? Oh no, it says main body parts here. So let's have a look in the bag. Trying not to spin anything. Right, we've got. I'm just trying to be a bit careful because I know some 3D printed stuff can be a little fragile. And that is undoubtedly an O2 diesel.
The thing to note here is the quality of the finish.
It is the quality of the finish. I mean,
for a 3D printed model.
Yeah, for some 3D printed parts, they can be really quite terrible things. But this is, I mean, immediately, just at the first look of it, the finish is very, very smooth indeed. It's not going to take me loads of sanding down or anything. And the great thing about it is, what I've got is essentially stick the bits together like that. That is the main body, which I'll just drop over there. That would appear to be the instrument console. Working my way through the bubble wrap, and some more parts over here with their high-vis tape on them, just in case I don't notice it. And let's see what we've got here. Now this looks like, oh now, that's rather nice. That is the cab back, which has been printed in yellow, because a lot of these locomotives had wasp stripes for high-vis on the back. Bonnet front. I'm almost going to be building this kit on the table. There we are, locomotive. Cab back. I'll just drop that in there. Bonnet front. I mean, if you look at that, that is an O2 diesel, pretty much there. We have a 3D printed, I would guess, handrails. The handrails on these things, when you're building a kit, are always a pig of a thing to do because it's quite a complicated shape and it's got to be really neat. So that's very nice. More bits in here. There are all sorts of lumps and bumps over most diesels. Proper couplings, which is nice. Some screws and some spacers. I won't pull those out. I'll only lose them over the table. Quite a big box in here that says small parts. It's all. I do like the fact that this is all well compartmentalised.
Yeah.
Right, now these are small. These are, as it says, small parts. Those are the brake shoes. That will be the cab roof. Now this is quite interesting because you can see the support mechanism for the printing. What you do is it'll have sat on a 3D printer, very much like this, and it'll have been built up in layers. But you have to have all these supports around the back so that you can actually produce that hollow curved
So
shape.
you'd remove the supports, would you?
Yeah, all the supports come off. I notice actually quite a lot of little bits in here have got, that appears to be a buffer. That's also got supports on it. Again though, quality of the printing really strikes me as very, very good. I mean, that is a really, really nice finish on top of that roof.
Yeah.
So that's gonna make my life easier. And then moving on to what I assume.
He's even brought tools in the box as well.
Yes, he's put a tool in the box because I suspect that we're onto the mechanical bits now, and we've got some third-party parts, motor, gearbox, wheels, cranks, and some wire. So those are third-party bits bought in because obviously you can't 3D print all the parts. And I'm just looking to see what else we've got in there. We've got, and this is really rare for kits, we've actually got transfers. Yay! I've not got to paint the wasp stripes, I can just put them on as a transfer. That's going to save me hours of work when I get onto there. What I'm not seeing at the moment, here we are, carry on digging down this end. And there is some much more conventional kit building to do as well, in that we have a chassis in here, all the chassis parts. Now they are made out of quite thick brass, but that looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it's been laser cut, so that is really that's quite sharp there. Chassis size, chassis spacers and con rods. So there is obviously going to be some assembly. The body obviously is pretty much like building an Airfix kit. You glue the bits together. The chassis is going to take a bit more time. Oh, we even get some ballast weights as well. I mean, I have to say, this is a very, very comprehensive kit.
It is the full kit. The question is, does it come together easily? That's something we're going to establish in the next issue of the BRM.
Well, that's going to be my challenge, isn't it? I'm looking forward to that. I've not built one of these for a little while, so yeah, looking forward to that one. You'll have to buy a future issue of BRM to find out exactly how I get on.
The challenge is set.
Thanks, Andy.